Good day everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cikgu Darrel, and today we shall continue on the last lesson of our topic today, which is Unit 2, Days. For your information, this is going to be on page 29 of your student's book. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to write a description of a celebration or special day. But before I continue with the lesson, let me communicate with you first the framework of our lesson for today. First and foremost, we will first go through the sample writing about a celebration, and after that, we shall discuss the steps in writing your favorite celebration using the framework in the sample writing. And last but not least, we are going to have a short discussion on the use of the language point, which is the word also. Without further ado, let us begin with the first activity of our lesson today, which is to read on the Notting Hill Carnival. The Notting Hill Carnival is a very special day and also celebration in London every year. So let's read this text together, and at the same time, I want you to focus on the use of the language point, which is the word also. So are you ready? Let's read this together. Every year in London, there's a big celebration called the Notting Hill Carnival. The carnival is in August, and the people in it celebrate Caribbean culture. In the carnival, there are big parades in the street, and there's Caribbean food. People make costumes for the parades. They also play music and dance in the streets. It's noisy, but it's also friendly. I don't usually wear a costume, but I always watch the parades. I also dance because I really like Caribbean music. It's a lot of fun. So after you read this text, this is actually a sample text that you are going to use as a reference in writing your own description about your favorite special day or celebration. If you look at each sentence in each paragraph thoroughly, you can see that the first sentence that I underline is talking about the celebration. So in the very first sentence of our writing, we will have to introduce first the name of the celebration, and after that we shall proceed with when does the celebration happen. And if you look at the second paragraph here, this is actually talking about what do the people do during the celebrations. And after that, as you can see, the sentence that I underline in blue, this is also describing the things that you yourself usually do during the celebration. And last but not least, you will also need to tell what do you like or you dislike during the celebration. Basically, the writing is from general to specific. You talk about the celebration in a very general form, where you only need to tell what the celebration is, when does it happen, and you talk about what other people do during the celebration. Only then you narrow down and talk about what you usually do, and you slightly describe what do you like or dislike about the celebration. So basically, the description that we are going to write today will be answering these 5 questions. Now, let's try to describe a celebration in your country. So I will take my country as an example. I believe all my students are from Malaysia, and we are all Malaysians. So I'm going to take the latest celebration that we are going to have in Malaysia, which is Hari Raya Aidilfitri. So let's think and plan first by asking the same questions to ourselves. The first one is, what's the celebration? As what I discussed earlier, we will be talking about Hari Raya Aidilfitri. So this is a sample sentence that I should write in my description. Every year, there's a celebration called Hari Raya Aidilfitri in my country, Malaysia. So as you can see here, the words in yellow is actually the answers to these questions. But in order to make my answer looks lengthy, I added some key phrases to make my points look better. When is it? This year Hari Raya Aidilfitri falls in May, so the celebration is in May. Number 3, What do people do during the celebration? What do you do during Hari Raya Aidilfitri? So during the celebration, people wear baju Melayu and baju kurung, of course. Baju Melayu is for the male and baju kurung is for the females. They visit relatives and friends. They also play fireworks. So these are the common things that Malaysians do during any celebration in Malaysia. So I just take the common points. Number 4, what do you usually do? I usually wear baju Melayu and take good pictures with my family. And if you're a girl, of course you will say, I usually wear baju kurung and take good pictures with my family. So it's up to you actually what you want to describe. You don't have to really follow closely with what I wrote for my answer. Number 5, what do you like or dislike about the celebration? So in my own opinion, during Hari Raya Aidilfitri, I really like receiving duit raya from the elders. Well, who doesn't love money, isn't it? So, how are we going to write all the answers for these 5 questions in 3 paragraphs? This is the sample that I suggested for you. The answers for questions 1 and 2 we're going to put in paragraph 1. And questions for number 3 we are going to put it into paragraph 2. And last but not least, the answers for question 4 and 5 we are going to put into paragraph 3. Maybe you will ask me, why is it only question number 3 is put into paragraph 2? It's because the answers itself is already quite lengthy. That is why I would suggest the answers for question 2 to be put alone in paragraph 2. So this is the sample paragraph when it's been rewritten into 3 paragraphs. Every year, there's a celebration called Hari Raya Aidilfitri in my country, Malaysia. The celebration is in May. During the celebration, people wear baju Melayu and baju kurung. They visit relatives and friends. They also play fireworks. I usually wear baju Melayu and take good pictures with my family. I really like receiving duit raya from the elders. As you can see here, I have already put into 3 paragraphs. As each paragraph, the first sentence has an indent. So in writing a description, pupils, you must always write your description or essay or a short composition into 3 paragraphs minimum. Next, I would like to also focus on the use of language point as it has already been emphasized in your student's book. So how do we actually use the word also? First, we need to understand first what does also means. Also in BM it means juga. Also is used when an additional idea is connected to the first idea, which means the first idea is related to the second idea. Take a look at this example again. You see the word also here. It actually happens before the verb. The verb here is play and also only happens before the verb play. So this is the first condition when we want to use also. The second condition that I can see from the text here is it actually happens after the verb to be. So remember, also is used only under these 2 conditions. The first is before the verb. The second one is after the verb to be. Verb to be means is, are, or am. Let me try to give you some examples so that you can further understand about the use of also. The first sentence is people make costumes for the parades. They also play music and dance in the streets. So as you can see here, play is the verb, so also should be placed before the verb. Hence, this is actually a connecting ideas of the first sentence. People make costumes, yes, but a part of that, what do? They also play music and dance in the streets. Next one is, it is noisy, but it is also friendly. As you can see for the example here, also occurs only after the verb to be is. This is the second condition of it. And as you can see here, the idea it is also friendly is connected to the first idea, which is noisy. So I think that's all of our lesson today. Here's the homework for you. Feel free to just scan at the QR code right in front of you, or go and click the link at the description section below to do the exercise straight away. And if you're a teacher and you would like to make a duplicate for this Google Form exercise, feel free to just scan the QR code here, or I will just put a URL link at the description below for you to download. Don't forget to visit my Facebook page if you're free, Cikgu Darrel, as well as subscribe my YouTube channel. Don't forget to press the bell right before the subscribe button so that you will always get notified whenever I upload my video. I'm really sorry because recently I've not been updating any videos of my playlist as I've been having too much on my plate. So I will try to make time for it and try to produce as many as possible. With that, I would like to thank you for watching, and I shall see you at the next video. Bye.